Hello, welcome. My name's Heather, and we're going to talk about fussy eaters. Fussy eaters. Fussy eating is a weird kind of phrase. I don't know what we can replace it with because I was a very fussy eater as a child, and I would go hungry because I would refuse to eat what was given to me. If I didn't want to eat it, I wasn't going to eat it. It didn't matter what you said to me, what punishment I got. Like, it wasn't going to happen. Um, and this is the thing. You do hear experts telling you that a healthy child is not going to starve themselves. But believe me, they will. So, um, bearing in mind with that whole fussy eating, there could be an underlying cause, something bigger, something that is really affecting what they eat, how they eat. So, we've got to be observant here as parents. We need to take it all in, process it, find out what we can do about it. So just here, I'm talking about some ways that you can help your child feel secure and feel safe and feel like food is good and food is fun and food is not something you want to shy away from. So, because I would say here, without meaning to, a lot of people, the tendency when you've made something, you've spent your money, you've cooked something, you put it in front of your kid, and your kid is going, oh, I don't like it, don't want to eat it. You want to go, try it, eat it, just try it, just try it, just try it. And then becomes like a huge battle. Your child is going to start to disassociate a little bit from those meal times. They're gonna retreat, they're gonna hide, they're gonna not want to engage with you. It's not going to be a pleasant time for them to sit around the table, and the only interaction they get is somebody saying, why aren't you eating that? You should eat that, try it, you'll like it, I know you'll like it. Do you know that they'll like it? You don't know. So what can we do? Here's what we can do. First off, we've got to change our mindset, change our expectations, because depending on what is underlying that that fussiness, we could have maybe a bigger problem. So for me, my experience was definitely a sensory thing. I didn't like mixing up flavors. I didn't like there were certain textures as well, like mashed potato. Even like, I will eat it now. I will eat mashed potato. Love a bit of mash, but it cannot be this massive dollop of mashed potato that gets put on my plate. It's gotta be served a certain way. So I know I'm fussy. We say that I'm fussy, but it is definitely a sensory thing. Also, my son is diagnosed autistic, and I noticed very, very early that he was already in the pattern of eating certain things and refusing to try new things. So I thought, I'm not having that. I know when he was a baby, he would eat way more than this, and now it seems to have scaled into this very confined breakfast, lunch, dinner. Very restrictive. So what can we do? So what I did first off was I gave him multivitamins. It was really easy. You can get liquid ones that you put into juice, you put in water, put in a drink, but you can also get some lovely gummy ones, very tasty, different flavors. And give him a gummy multivitamin. He'd love it. So multivitamins, crucial, because you want to make sure they are getting those nutrients. It's going to help with their physical development, their physical growth, and if it means while you're going through this process, they're not going to be getting any of those nutrients elsewhere, because this is something, it's going to take time. You're changing your mindset as well as changing their mindset. We've got to have a healthy, lovely association with food here. So, oh, excuse me, right. Multivitamins, check. Number 2, be careful where you're introducing those new foods. So I would always put it in the snack. So breakfast stayed the same, lunch was the same, tea was the same. We would have the snacks changing though, always slightly different. So we know we've got a concept here. You can have something different, because he was thinking that lunch meant sandwich and crisps, and if it was different bread, different sandwich, different crisps, he wouldn't touch it because it wasn't lunch. So it wasn't just about the texture, it was about what that meal represented and where that meal fitted into the routine. Same thing with tea. Like, we had McDonald's one day for tea. We got home, I said, right, come on, it's bath time. And he said, but we haven't had tea yet. And that's when it clicked for me that the fussiness wasn't just about the texture and the taste. It was to do with the meal itself, that meal was ingrained in his routine. So you got to be careful where you introduce the change. Snacks is a good one. The next one then is, if they're having a bad day, just don't even try to give them something different. Don't even challenge, don't put that challenge there, because they're kind of anxious and wound up, and they're not having a great day, and then all of a sudden, instead of having their favorite food, you've given them something completely different. It's not a good environment to introduce that change right then and there. So choose your moments of introducing new foods to your child. This is my favorite thing ever. This was such a good one. Once a week we have Fun Day Friday. I like Friday. I would always do it on a Friday because, I don't know, it's something party-ish about the end of the week, isn't it? You want to celebrate the end of the week. So we introduced Fun Day Friday, and it would be a sort of a buffet of new foods that none of us had tried before. So it was new for everybody. So we're setting up this environment here where it's exciting, it's different, it's fun, and it becomes a game. And for your child who is fussy, they get to see you in the position of trying something different. So you've got to make a big show out of it. You've got to make a big deal. You've got to do the whole, what is this? What is it? What does that smell like? And then you got to, what does that taste like? You know, don't bite it. Just put it on your tongue and see how it feels. And then be like, I don't know. I'll try it again. Try it a few times before you then kind of bite it. See how hard it is to bite. Pay attention to all those details so that you can repeat as you're doing it, as you're going through that process. You can kind of communicate it to the room. Not just specifically your fussy eater, because they're going to be taking it all in. So if they see you having a good time trying your new food, they're going to want to join in. They're going to want to have a go as well. If they see you kind of making faces and being like, oh, that was gross, they're going to think that's funny. They're going to want to have a go at that as well, because they're going to want to make everybody laugh. They're going to need to see here, it's okay if you don't like it. That's really important. Because if you don't like something and somebody says you've got to sit there and eat it, or that is it, like no desserts, nothing else, you go into your room, you get punished if you don't eat that food. But you got to let them know it's okay if you don't like it, because there's so many things I don't like to eat, and it doesn't matter if somebody it like makes it for me and puts it there. If I don't want to eat it, if I don't like it, I'm not going to eat it. So I'm like, who am I to tell somebody else that they have to eat it if they don't like it? It's just, I think it's barbaric. I really do. I mean, I know that sounds really extreme, but I do. I think it's horrible. Um, I do. You've got to let them know that you're there to support them, and meal times is a crucial aspect of that. So, because food is comforting, food is home, food is something that is a luxury that should be enjoyed. What I did when I was introducing those new foods is we would maybe have a theme. So we might pick a new bread. So everything would be bread. Different. You put food, you put other things out as well, but we'd be like, oh, today we've got this new bread to try. Or today we've got different chicken nuggets to try. And what we ended up doing was, I think it was one time we had maybe 5 or 6 different types of chicken on the table. And because he liked chicken nuggets, we were looking at other chicken that was the same. So we were looking at pakoras, we were looking at those when you get sweet and sour chicken, those chicken balls, the big things from the Chinese. And we'd have all these different things out, and then we would just kind of watch to see what he went for. And then we'd sort of make a little bit of a note there, a little mental note, and we'd go around the table. Oh, I really like this. I want to eat that again. And it's going to encourage them to speak up about what they do enjoy, because they might have a fear to say, this is something I'd like to try, or this is something I'd like to have again. They may have a fear around the food that they're eating, because if you're always on at them that they have to eat something and they will like it and they're gonna love it, then they may not feel that they can tell you when they don't like it, and then similarly when they really love something. So open it up a little bit. Once you've got that sort of list of different things that they want to try, even if it's like exactly the same thing in a different packet, let them know, hey, it's okay, we can have that again in the week, that's fine, no problem. Then you can start introducing different things during the week. What we did a lot was we noticed he would copy other children, because he had so much uncertainty around what something was, because he'd never really tried anything. He'd always kind of stuck with certain things. He'd forgotten a lot of foods that he used to eat when he was little. So he would copy other children. So we really tried to use that. We'd have people come over with kids. He'd use his sister a lot. Sorry, darling. Not use her, but we'd say, because she would eat so much variety. She still does. She loves the food. She loves everything. And she's always looking to try something new. She's not afraid to mix things up, have different flavors. Loves it. So she very much leads by example for him, and we had to do the same. And we had to, so you have to lead rather than apply pressure. That's very, very crucial. So really, and then this was my final thing here, is the 3-2-1 method. 3-2-1. So when I'd prepared some food, prepared my meal, or what I was going to give, I'd only put 3 things on the plates. We didn't want to overload, we didn't want to bombard. If you want something extra, you can have extra things. But you put things on the plate in small portions, and you let them know, go get some more if you want some more, or I'll get you some more. The first thing you put on the plate is something high value that they're always going to eat. You know they're going to eat. That's what they always ask for. That's what they respond to. Second thing you put on the plate, maybe something very similar to what they typically would have. So I'll give waffles as an example again. So you have the waffles there, but then sometimes you might want to change that out for oven chips, French fries, Smiles, Alpha Bites, whatever they're called. You change it out for something that's kind of the same but a little bit different, a different shape. Then the third thing is something that's it's kind of hit and miss whether they're going to eat it or not. So you might want to put that in like a separate little container, but on the plate, so they know if they really, really are not feeling like trying something new today, they can put it to one side and it's okay. So don't expect miracles overnight. It does take time because we're putting that whole new mindset into place here. And you know that every time they try something different, that is a win. That is a win right there. Congratulate them, congratulate yourself. You will find you very quickly build up a list that you can then work with of different foods. But it's all about slowly, and you will find improvements. Give it a couple of months doing that. I say after a month of doing like Fun Day Friday, you will see a huge difference. And yeah, just be chilled about it. Be calm. There's no, you know, they're getting their multivitamins. There's no need to be rushing them or pushing all these different things on them. If they're having fruit juice, if they're having smoothies, that's fantastic. There's a lot of excellent smoothies you can buy now that have vegetable juices in them. Try them on vegetable juice, carrot juice, tomato juice. Get those different flavors in. You don't have to make elaborate meals where you've hidden vegetables and stuff like that in there. With fussy eaters, the simpler the better. It really, really is. So I will leave that there. Comment down below if you have any suggestions yourself about how you've dealt with fussy eaters, things that you find useful. You never know, you could help somebody out here big time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.